What's going on, everybody? My name is MT, and welcome back to my millionth Guardians of the Galaxy Easter egg video, blah blah blah, whatever. Let's talk about robots. Well, one robot specifically. Well, it's not really a robot at all. It's more like a man trapped inside of a space toaster, like a deadly space toaster of justice. Because the big missing Guardians of the Galaxy Easter egg is a ROM Space Knight Easter egg, baby. Like, I'm really sorry if it seems like I'm yelling and stuff. I'm just really excited because I've spent hundreds upon hundreds of hours over the past year trying to find this thing. So now my body likes to make noise and move around involuntarily. I can't control it. It's just the devil. But anyways, the Guardians of the Galaxy Easter egg is this, the Dark Aster, Ronan's mother-dang intergalactic space bow-tie genocide mobile. Okay, so in my first Easter egg video, I made the connection that the words Dark Aster could be translated into the term Dark Star, and that was fine and that was cool, but I was only like halfway there. Because I think James Gunn purposely named Ronan's ship the Dark Aster as a nod to the black sun of the Dark Nebula, home of Rom's arch-enemies, the shape-shifting Dire Wraiths. Okay, so if you don't know anything about the Dire Wraiths are essentially Skrulls who have become seriously deformed due to their extremely heavy practice of black magic, which is pretty sad considering that regular Skrulls are pretty damn ugly to begin with. And so, because the deviant Skrulls were doing their whole let's murder any Skrull that doesn't look like a deviant Skrull thing, the Dire Wraiths were forced to flee into the Dark Nebula, where they conveniently found the Black Sun, which would end up becoming the main source of their mystical powers. I mean, everything is a little bit more complex than that, but for the sake of time, that's all you really need to know. Anyway, so the Dire Wraiths hated the neighboring goody-two-shoes Galadorians of Galador and wanted to murder them all and conquer their galaxy, because fuck them. That's why. And so, when a small group of Galadorian ships stopped by their neck of the woods with presents and friendships like, howdy ho, neighborinos, the asshole Dire Wraiths fired their magic torpedorinos on their ships in a declaration of war. They wanted to do a war. And so, and pay attention now, to defend themselves so they could get the hell out of the Dark Nebula, the Galadorian ships came together to form a defensive space ring that successfully repelled the attacks from the Dire Wraiths' magic-powered ships. However, the Dire Wraiths were not about to let these Galadorians get away with the unspeakable crime of being generous and compassionate neighbors. Oh no, these ugly magic slug people had a secret weapon, because the Dire Wraiths would use their sorcery to whip out their BBC, their big black caw-caw. To keep the Galadorians from running away, the Dire Wraiths summoned the Deathwings from the depths of their black sun, who completely wiped out the entirety of the Galadorian armada. It was terrible. Like, all the presents were ruined, Christmas was canceled, it was really sad. And then, when the Galadorians back on Galador heard of this declaration of war, they decided that the best way to fight back against this black magic military was to gather a bunch of volunteers to make a giant cyborg army known as the Space Knights, with Rom being the best among them. That all being said, the Dark Aster is named after the Black Sun and was designed specifically by James Gunn to look like an abstracted version of a Deathwing, the black flying creatures of the Black Sun. Because if you look at the Dark Aster and a Deathwing side by side, you will notice the similarities between the two. It's kind of why the Dark Aster looks like a bow tie. It's actually a black creature with wings. I'm going crazy. Oh wow. And not only that, the Dark Aster is powered and maneuvered by an extremely similar mystical type energy that powered the spaceships of the Dire Wraiths, with the magical energy control console orbs being the most notable feature. And not only that, the defensive barrier that the Xandarian Nova Corps used at the end of the movie was obviously inspired by the Galadorian defense ring that was used to repel the Dire Wraith fleet. But just like the Deathwing destroyed the Galadorian defense, the Dark Aster destroyed the Xandarian defense shield as well. So yeah, that's basically the main core of my theory, but there are also some other things that I noticed that are really interesting, so I'll try to like rapid fire these really quickly because I'm talking too much and I really need to shut my mouth, so let's get into it. First of all, we all know that the coordinates of the Dark Aster translate into "this is mom's cancer," so it would make sense for the Black Sun Deathwing imagery to be representative of the deadly tumor in Meredith Quill's head. But James Gunn also revealed that the actual brain cancer within Meredith Quill's brain scans is in the shape of the Dark Aster itself. So it kind of makes the whole Black Sun Deathwing thing even more appropriate, because it's actually like a death bird is like perched in her brain. If that makes sense. Oh man. Oh boy. Also, I think this weird looking skeleton that Peter decides to serenade at the beginning of the movie on Morak is a Dire-Wraith. Well, and or, more specifically, a Dire-Wraith human hybrid from the comics named Hybrid. Go figure. Very original, very creative. Good job, writers. I mean, the skeletal structure is very similar to that of hybrids and would totally fit the whole ROM theme that James Gunn has hidden as the secret foundation of this movie. I mean, come on. And I also feel like the planet Morag, as a whole, could have been MCU Galador in the past. I mean, I don't really know. I don't really have enough evidence for that, but that's kind of what my gut is leaning towards, especially if the whole Dire-Wraith hybrid thing is true, because that would be a huge hint towards that being the case, but my gut is usually wrong, so I don't know. And I also think that Peter's vision at the end of the movie could have been alluding to the World Merge, which was an event in the ROM comics where the Dire-Wraiths tried to merge their planet of Wraith World with Earth. So maybe, potentially, the MCU Galador that I think is Morag and the MCU Wraith World did this World Merge and became the Morag as we know it today. I don't know. Literally, that's just postulating. It's probably nothing. Or Peter's vision could have to do with that one time the Skrulls tried to use the Black Sun to consume the Galadorian Sun to free the Dire-Wraiths in their prison in Limbo in the Annihilator series. Possibly. I don't know. I'm just putting ideas out there, man. Just putting them out. Just catch them if you want. Just catch them. I know that was probably super confusing for you and made no sense, but don't worry about it. Just pulling things out of my ass, man. But yeah. That is all. That is it. I have no more. I have no more to give you. You have taken everything from me. I don't know where that came from. If you want to tweet this video at James Gunn on Twitter so we could see it and possibly verify it, that would be an amazing help, and I would love you forever if you did that. That'd be amazing. But regardless, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, do it, or just leave a thumbs up, or share this video. That also makes me happy on the inside. And after you do that thing, hit that ding so you can get notifications whenever I upload a video. My name is MT, and I think this is it. Like, after 20 videos from a year of non-stop research, I think I finally may have done it, but, you know, probably not. This is my life now.